Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Steelers George Pickens trolls Jaguars after playoff berth. Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver George Pickens got the last laugh in his back-and-forth with several Jacksonville Jaguars defensive backs. The Steelers star wide receiver and Jaguars defensive backs Andrew Wingard and Rayshon Jenkins exchanged some words via interviews before and after the two teams battled in Week 8. Before the game, Pickens called Jacksonville's defense a hope defense. After the Jaguars won the battle between the two, Wingard and Jenkins took shots at Pickens for his words. "Man, truly, he needs some advice moving forward," Wingard told Mia O'Brien of 1010XL. "You never put pressure, expectation on yourself. He did that. If hoping is getting a dub, we'll take the dub. You don't fire up a bunch of hungry dogs. It's not smart. George, do better." That interview came after Wingard grabbed a terrible towel during the game and mocked it following an interception. Well, it took roughly 3 months, but Pickens finally got the last word in the exchange. After the Jaguars fell to the Tennessee Titans in Week 18, eliminating themselves from the playoffs while granting the Steelers the final wildcard spot, the wideout sent out a message on his Instagram story. The Steelers are set to take on the Buffalo Bills in the wildcard round of the playoffs. Over the last 3 weeks, Pickens has accumulated 326 yards, including Week 18, when he did not record a catch. Make sure you bookmark all Steelers for the latest news, exclusive interviews, film breakdowns, and so much more. George Malik Pickens Jr., born March 4, 2001, is an American football wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers of the National Football League, NFL. He played college football at Georgia and was drafted by the Steelers in the second round of the 2022 NFL Draft. Pickens attended Hoover High School in Hoover, Alabama. As a senior, he had 69 receptions for 1,368 yards and 16 touchdowns. He played in the 2019 Under Armour All-American Game. A 5-star recruit, he originally committed to Auburn University to play college football before changing his commitment to the University of Georgia. Pickens earned immediate playing time his freshman year at Georgia in 2019, leading the team in receptions, 49, receiving yards, 727, and receiving touchdowns, 8. TJ Watt behind Myles Garrett Indiana Defensive Player of the Year odds. Despite leading the NFL in sacks and outpacing Cleveland Browns DL Myles Garrett in several other key statistical categories, Pittsburgh Steelers OLB TJ Watt is still behind Garrett in betting odds for the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year award. Garrett comes in as a -200 favorite, while Watt is second at +210, per DraftKings Sportsbook. In other words, betting $100 on Garrett makes you a $50 profit, while betting $100 on Watt would net you a $210 profit. It sure seems as if Garrett is going to win the award, despite the fact that Watt has put up better numbers this season. Watt has 5 more sacks, 19-14, 15 more tackles, 48-33, the same number of forced fumbles with 4, and 2 more fumble recoveries. Garrett has a higher pass rush win rate, but since Thanksgiving, he has just 1 sack. If you can't get to the quarterback, the ultimate measure of being a good pass rusher, you aren't the better defensive player. Looking deeper, Watt also has more pressures, 50-37, and QB hits, 36-30. The one thing Garrett has going for him is he's the best player on a Browns defense that's one of, if not the best, unit in the league. Being the best player on the best defense does count for something, but Watt has simply been so much better in every area that should matter when looking at the best defensive player in the NFL that it's a little crazy to me he's not the favorite. Garrett is crazy athletic and supremely talented, and he's had a great 2023 season. It just hasn't been as good as TJ Watt's. At this point, it feels like Garrett is going to win the award, but he isn't so heavy a favorite where it'll be a guarantee. NFL awards are voted on before the beginning of the playoffs, so there's nothing players can do in the postseason to impact where they'll end up, so we'll find out on February 8 that the NFL honors show whether opinion has shifted in Watt's favor or not. Derrick Henry shares touching goodbye to Tennessee Titans fans as he prepares to enter free agency. Derrick Henry's future with the Tennessee Titans was a bit in doubt the past few weeks, but after Sunday's win over the Jacksonville Jaguars, it became a bit more clear that this was likely his final season with the team. The Titans were able to spoil the Jaguars' playoff hopes with a 28-20 win in front of its home crowd, and following the celebration, Henry took hold of a microphone and delivered a heartfelt thank you to the fans. "Titans fans, I just want to say thank you for the greatest 8 years of my life," Henry said. "The ups and downs, y'all have been there for everything. Through the adversity, watching me grow as a person and a player, always supporting me. I love y'all. I love seeing the 22s in the stadium. Hopefully I was an inspiration to all the young kids and everybody in the community. Just thank y'all so much." After being selected in the second round in the 2016 NFL Draft, Henry has been one of the greatest players in Titans history as he led the NFL in rushing yards and touchdowns in 2019 and 2002 while winning the AP Offensive Player of the Year in 2020. Henry is due to enter free agency this offseason and will likely be looking to join a championship contender for the back part of his career. The Steelers are interested in hiring him. The Week 18 game against the Jacksonville Jaguars could be running back Derrick Henry's last with the Tennessee Titans, and he is prepared for this moment, according to the team's official website this Thursday, 5. "It's going to be an important moment because it's the last game of the season. I'm going to be a free agent next year and I spent 8 years here," said Henry. "I hope I finish the season well." Since arriving on the team after being selected in the second round of the 2016 draft, Henry has broken several records. He is the leader in rushing touchdowns in franchise history with 89, 92 total, and is second in rushing yards with 9,349 in 118 games. "Any player would like to finish his career on a team where he played for as long as he could," Henry said. "But I understand that there is the business side and all the other things that happen. Let's see what happens in the offseason." This season, Henry has accumulated 1,014 rushing yards, 11 touchdowns, and 261 carries in 16 games, and was selected for the 4th Pro Bowl of his career. And you fan, what do you think of the Derrick Henry situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.